Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Rajul Gupta and today we are going to discuss the next chapter of civics of class 8, that is why do we need parliament, right? So basically in this chapter we are going to discuss about the parliament, its two houses, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, and also we will be discussing about election process and why there is a need to have the parliament in the India, right? Why people should decide and who are the representatives and what is the role of the parliament, what are the qualifications that are required to become a member in the Rajya Sabha or in the Lok Sabha. So these all points we will be discussing in this chapter, right? See, this is a picture in your book only. This picture shows that a person is sitting and he is an old person and he is seeing that how to use an electronic voting machine. See, EVM are electronic voting machines. These are used to record and count the number of votes, right? Nowadays EVM machines are being used, and for the very first time it was used in 2004 in general elections. We have elections. What is election? Election is a mechanism by which rulers are being elected, right? So basically EVMs are the machines to record the number of votes, right? Now see, the topic starts here, the why should people decide. So why people should decide, as you know that India became independent on 15th August 1947, right? And with a long and difficult struggle we got freedom. We were under the control of Britishers, and with a bloody partition we got this freedom after a lot of struggle, right? People from various backgrounds joined the struggle and they were inspired by the ideas of freedom, equality and participation in decision making, right? So freedom movement changed the situation. Nationalists began to criticize openly the British government and make the demands. Now we want independence, and hence independent India got independence on 15th August 1947. The Government of India Act 1909 allowed some elected representation. So Government of India Act is allowing the some elected representation. Next is people and their representatives. So people would elect their representatives to the parliament, then one group from among these elected representatives form the government. So elections are held, and in those elections people elect their representatives in the parliament, and then one group among those elected representatives will form the government. Different groups were there, and the leader who will get the number of votes will be the leader who will run the government. Next is the parliament, which is made up of all representatives together, controls and guide the government. So parliament constitutes the representatives and they will further control and guide the government. This is an EVM machine, electronic voting machine. Herein, these machines are being put in any of the local government school where people go and cast their vote, right? And we will have a mark on our first finger, right? Next topic is why did India adopt parliamentary form of government? So why did India adopt parliamentary form of government? See, the reason behind this is those who framed the constitution of India. These were the people, those who framed the constitution, the leaders, right? Rajendra Prasad, Jawaharlal Nehru, and many more. They were inspired by the British ideas of parliamentary democracy. So the makers of the constitution were acquainted. Acquainted means equipped. They were equipped with the working of parliamentary institutions set up in India, the Act of 1919 and 1935. So parliamentary system was basically responsive and it was responsible also. So what is the basic meaning of parliament? Parliament in India refers to the union legislature whose permission is required to make or change the country's law. So parliament is basically a law making body, right? And it has the power to make or change the law, right? To amend the law. Parliament has also the power to control the union executive, the union council of ministers. So who are council of ministers? Council of ministers includes basically 20 to 30 ministers, which includes cabinet ministers, speakers, and a lot of ministers. So what is the main role of parliament? It has immense powers because it is a representative of the people. Elections to the parliament are held in a similar manner as they are for the state legislature. It has mainly two houses, Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. So like Lok Sabha is usually elected once every 5 years, and the country is divided into numerous constituencies. There are various constituencies and the country is divided into various constituencies, and each constituencies elect one person to the parliament. And the candidate who contest elections usually belong to different political parties. Once elected, these candidates become the members of the parliament, and these are known as MPs. So, see, the Parliament of India consists of President, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Basically, Parliament is having the two houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. This is the flow chart. These are the three main roles of the Parliament: to select the national government, second, to control, guide and inform the government, and third, most important role of Parliament is lawmaking. So, Parliament makes the law, right? And it can change the existing law, or it can make some changes, or it can form the new law also, right? So these are the two houses. First is Lok Sabha, second is Rajya Sabha. Here is the picture which is given here. Lok Sabha is also known as upper house, and Rajya Sabha is also known as, Lok Sabha is known as what, lower house, and Rajya Sabha is known as the upper house, right? Lok Sabha is the house of people because its members are elected directly by the people. Lok Sabha has a maximum strength of 5 by 2 members, and maximum strength is what, 545, right? Lok Sabha has a fixed term of 5 years. However, it can be dissolved earlier under certain circumstances. The Lok Sabha elects one of its own members as its presiding officer. So, Lok Sabha is the house of people, right? Now, what is the qualification of becoming a member in Lok Sabha? A person must be a citizen of India. He or she must not be less than 25 years of age if you want to become a member in Lok Sabha. So, these are the qualifications which are required. He or she must possess such other qualifications as may be prescribed under any law made by the Parliament. A person is disqualified to be a member of either house of the Parliament if he or she holds an office of profit under the Government of India or of any state. That means he is working in the office of profit under Government of India, then he is disqualified. If he or she is of unsound mind, then he is not allowed. Then he or she is disqualified under any law made by the Parliament. Then second is Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha is the upper house of the second chamber of the Parliament. The maximum strength is 250 members. It is a permanent body and it is not subjected to dissolution. The members of the Lok Sabha are elected for a term of 6 years, and in Lok Sabha it was 5 years. And what are the qualifications for becoming a member in Rajya Sabha? He or she must be a citizen of India. India का citizen होना चाहिए. Secondly, he or she must be not less than 30 years of age. Thirdly, he or she must possess such additional qualifications as prescribed by law from time to time. These are the important functions: select the national government, control, guide and inform the government, and third is lawmaking, which is very important. Next topic is, who are the people in Parliament? So who are the people in Parliament? Basically, see, Parliament has more people from different backgrounds, right? Like for example, there are more rural members as members from the regional parties. There were different groups and people who were till now unrepresented, but still they are now begin to get elected in the Parliament. So there is now increase in the political participation from Dalit group and the backward classes group, right? So it has been observed that representative democracy cannot produce a perfect reflection. There is a realization when interest and experiences separate us. So it is very important to ensure that communities that have been marginalized are being given adequate representation. That means people, those who are belong from the backward classes, say for Dalit or depressed classes, these people should also be given the chance in the representation, right? SC, STs. So some seats were reserved in the Parliament for SC, STs, right? Next is, some seats were also reserved for women. 60 years ago, only 4% of the MPs were women, and today it is just above 11%. This is the difference between the two houses. You learn this. This would be very helpful. Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha is the lower house. Rajya Sabha is the upper house. Lok Sabha is known as House of People. Rajya Sabha is known as Council of Members, Council of Ministers. Maximum strength of Lok Sabha is 552 and Rajya Sabha is 250. But right now Lok Sabha maximum strength is 500, right? 530 members from state, 20 members from union territory, or you can see from your NCERT book also, because these data have been changed, right? Members are elected for 5 years in Lok Sabha. Members are elected for 6 years in Rajya Sabha. These are the few terms you can learn or revise. Coalition we have discussed already. Coalition means when alliance is formed by political parties after elections when no party has been able to get the adequate seats. So a third government is being formed when one or two government decided to form a new government, right? This is known as coalition government. Coalition government is known as Mili Juli Sarkar in layman terms in Hindi. Election, you all know, election is a mechanism by which rulers are being elected. Parliament, we have done, parliament is a law-making body. These are the fill in the blanks you can revise and you can do in your notebook or in your practice copy. These are some of the MCQs. Practice it. These are short answer type questions. Answer them in the chat box or in comment section. Thank you for watching. Kindly like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Till then, bye-bye.